Now, for this step, you're going to need the new worksheet that actually has the details of Mario. We're going to need the small ruler that we labeled photocopy. We'll need the large ruler that we labeled drawing, and we'll need our large picture that has the boxes for the different parts of Mario. So we're going to focus just on drawing Mario's head together, just because it's the most complex and the most important. So we're going to make some reference marks along the outside edges of this box for his head. And I'm going to use a coloring pencil, so it's a little easier to see in contrast with the photocopy, but you can just use a pencil or an ink pen, whatever you have. So I just want to mark the halfway point, the 1/4 and the 3/4 to start with. And I'm making the halfway point the longest, the 1/4 and 3/4 a little bit shorter. And then last, we're going to do all of the eighths, and we're going to make those just barely little marks. We're not going to do any of the 16ths. Now, I'm going to label these just so you can see what's going on a little more clearly when I'm working. And I'm only labeling 1/2, 1/4, and 3/4. I'm not going to label these others. Now I'm going to rotate this and just do the same thing on the left side. Halfway point will be the longest, 1/4 and 3/4 will be the next shortest, and then the eighths are just really small marks. And I'll label this 1/2. We'll start with 1/4 closer to the bottom and 3/4 closer to the top. Next, I'll make the marks on the right side and also on the bottom, but I'm not going to rewrite these numbers just for the sake of time. If you want to write the numbers again, you are more than welcome to add those if it helps you. And then we'll do the bottom. So we can now use these lines as references to get some of the larger details. But for some of the small details, we'll end up using the paper ruler to kind of count distances that way. Next, we'll switch to the large paper that has your boxes, and we're going to switch to the large ruler that we label drawing and do the exact same thing so we have the same reference marks. So I will do that off camera because I don't think you need to see that and have to sit and watch that again. So I've finished making the marks. So once again, I have the halfway point, 1/4, 3/4 on each of the four sides. And if you want to label the eighths or the other sides, you're welcome to do that. But I think this is enough so you can see what I'm doing on camera. And next, we're going to start drawing the actual parts of Mario.